And then I realized I didn't even have my mic and she didn't hear anything I said. Apparently, it's one of those days today. Anyway, sorry about that. All the technical difficulties today. As I was saying, I double checked my cameras before I started, and then I went to starting soon and live, and then when I went back, they didn't work. But they're working now, and hopefully that. And then I forgot my mic wasn't in. Hopefully that's the end of our technical difficulties for today. We have days 11, 12, and 13 to do today in our Advent calendar. Yeah, listen, apparently today is a cluster of a day, if you get my meaning. My mother-in-law is staying with us because yesterday I had to be, that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I had to get up at like 3:45 in the morning to get to her house, or to get up so I could get to her house on time after getting myself ready so I could pick her up and take her to have surgery on her knee. And then chores, that I would have gotten done different days or whatever, I had to get done today. And so I'm running around. Welcome in, Rad Builds. As soon as I remember where I put my mouse, I will give you a shout out. There we go. Well, welcome in today to my chaos. I will get it together eventually, I suppose. No problem. Thank you for stopping in. So it's not a Lego Advent calendar. It's like off-brand brick building, But I have been liking this in, like, I don't know, probably for the past 4 years-ish, maybe 5. I've gotten the Lego ones, and it's not that I don't enjoy them. It's just this, like, each day has a bit of a bigger build, and then every, like, 6 days worth of them, you can take them apart and build them into something bigger. Like, today's build is, it looks like a snowman and maybe like a little light lamppost, but then on the back of the instructions, they show you it is actually part of this bigger build. So 6 days will build into this bigger thing, which I am enjoying, because I like the Lego ones, but then at the end I have 24 little things that I don't know what to do with. And so I'm like, oh, I don't have. Listen, apparently I can't type today either. Pokey catch. Just pokey catch. Maybe I'll catch something. Anyway, so then I'm only left with 4 slightly larger builds. Like, they're still small, but they're bigger than a daily build. Well, actually, I don't know what size they're going to be because I've not built this thing like this before. But I think it's interesting. And really, like, they really build very similar to Lego. Like, even the types of bricks in it are very similar to Lego. And I like that it comes with directions instead of just a picture where you're supposed to figure out what it's supposed to be. And after I build these, because I've only been building them on stream, I thought about building one each day and then just putting a picture in the Discord, but I wasn't sure, so I just have been building every day on stream. Right, like, I'm enjoying the slightly different, and like I said, each day is a slightly bigger build than I have found that I've gotten previously, like with the Lego Advent calendars. And don't get me wrong, I love Harry Potter, so usually every year I grab one of the Harry Potters. And was it last year or the year before? It actually turned into like a game. You had like it looked almost similar to a dreidel. It was like a top. You spun it, and it would whatever side it fell over on was had a number. And so then you would move your whichever Harry Potter character you chose to be, like the minifig, you would move it that way, and then like you kind of like a game board, which was cool. It was like a different way, and I enjoyed that. But I still at the end was left with 24 minifigures or 24 little things. What do I do with these now? So I like the idea that yes, it's 24 days worth of them, but in the end you can take them apart. Uh it was the Harry Potter Lego Advent calendar from like 2 years ago, I want to say. I don't know if you could find it anywhere anymore. I I saved, like I said, I like cut the bottom part that was like the game board off and threw like the part where you pulled each Advent day out of, and threw that away, like recycled it. Um, so it's probably still packed because not all our Lego stuff has gotten out and put away yet. Even though we moved in June, I will unpack the things I think are necessary like immediately, and everything else is a slow process. But I will try to find it. If I'm not wrong, it's over here on my other desk. So I will pull it out and see if it has like a number on it that is like individual to it. I'm not sure if they reuse the advent calendar numbers over each year or not, but I don't. I've never thought about it before. You know what I mean? But I will try to find it and see if when I look up the number, it is specific to that one, or if it's like a number they reuse every year. But yeah, I want to say it was from like the Harry Potter Advent like 2 years ago. Which, if they did something like that just in general, would be cool. Like made basically a board game. Yeah, I will look for it today. Um, Usually not long after I get off stream, I have to go pick my tiny turdlet minions up from the school. But I will definitely look for it. If I don't find it before I have to go get them, I will definitely look for it after, and I will get you that number. Like, I'm sure you could find it on eBay somewhere, or like, even if it's open, as long as it has the pieces. But yeah, they made it like a board game, which was, like I said, different from in the past, and made it kind of interesting. But I would like something like that in general, like if they just made a Lego board game like that. You have to build the different stations, and then you play with the minifigures. But this one I got off of Amazon, and it wasn't badly priced. It was, I think, $30, maybe not even that much, maybe 25, which is cheaper, or cheaper, less expensive, however you want to say that, than the Lego ones. And I'm not disparaging the Lego ones at all. I love them. It's just, what do I do with all those little pieces at the end? I feel like I'm left with a ton of little things, or more minifigures, which I love minifigures, but I just don't know what to do with them. So they go in like a tote, or like a little box, Tupperware, whatever, and then they don't really come out again. So I like the idea that this can make slightly bigger items. Oh, it helps if I put the snowman on correctly. You have a good stream too. Thank you for stopping in for a little bit. If anybody who's watching hasn't checked out Rad Builds, please go check him out. He's fantastic. Sorry, he, she, I'm not good with the pronouns. I just always assume. If I assumed wrong, I'm sorry. You have a great day as well. Did I miss? I think I did. Okay, these are extra pieces, so they're probably for when it comes apart to help build that other section. Because I did the eyes and I don't see any plain black ones. So over here I have a little bag of extras. But yes, if you haven't checked out Rad Build, please do. He is great. And then I'll put this in my little bag of instructions. I need to go through them and start grouping them together based on what the bigger project will be. But this was day 11's little snowman type guy. And then this will be day 12. And it is another little Chooty Choo. And it'll also be part of the bigger house. And it's supposed to look like that. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. So, how has everybody's day been so far? I did some grocery shopping this morning after doing my blog stuff. And then, after, of course, put the groceries away, or at least most of them. And now I'm here with you guys. How's everybody's prepping for the holiday season coming along? we will be hosting the big meal at our house this year, which is a first and not a first because we usually host a Thanksgiving or a Christmas meal, but we recently moved back by our family this year, so it'll be the first year we're hosting like the big holiday meal for our family. I have pretty much all the gifts wrapped. There's some waiting to come in the mail because you can't control when they get delivered. You order something, it says it'll be here, in a couple days, and then it winds up. You get an email. Oh, it's changed, so you can't really control that. Plus, once they ship it, they know then it's out of everybody's control and into the shipping company's hands. So there's a few things that we're waiting for them to come, but hopefully they should appear next week at the latest. One item, really. We're making a reindeer, and then he will become part of the big Chooty Choo. But yeah, we've wrapped pretty much everything, and it's underneath the tree, and the tree is up and doing its thing. But just a few items left in the mail. Where's the other eyeball? Nope. Please be the eyeball. Woohoo! Oh, Pokeball's getting ready. A Blitzel. Let's see, do I... Well, I didn't even get all the pieces out of the bag. Or is that my extra? Oh, that was my extra piece bag. I'll figure it out yet. Pokey catch. Let's see if I have a magnet ball. No. Let's try. I do have an ultra ball. Ultra ball. Oh, no space. I hate when I get these little eyeballs not quite right. Just a pain to move and a pain to get off. There we go. Piece underneath. Rigged.
This whole game is rigged.
Okay, two of these, one of these, two of those, two of these, and two of these. I'm gonna have to hunt for that now. I say these do not want to go in here. Ooh, lucky didn't go far. after I finish with these, we will be working on the Alpine Lodge some more. We had gotten a few bags worth done last Thursday, because Sunday was Hogwarts Legacy. Sure I didn't miss it. Nope, but I only see 3. That's not Buddha. Yep, I'm missing a red brick. It's supposed to be like a foot. Sad day. Ads start in about 45 seconds. If you are a subscriber, you shouldn't have ads. There's our little reindeer. It's missing a hoof though. I'm gonna have to see if I have a red brick somewhere that I can put. I mean, in reality, I probably do. In fact, right here. There we go. Now he's not missing a hoof anymore. This is my extra bag, and this is my instruction bag. Let me go through these and figure out. Try to get some of them together based on what they will be in the end. Okay, that's a choo-choo. So do this. This will be this. That. spots are going, but I'm just sorting this, so. Oh, welcome back from ads. I have 2 more days to try to sort into what they will become. Okay, I have like 4 days of 3 of them, and then like none of the 4th. So it should be like a bigger choo-choo train, a house, a Santa, like minifigure, brickhead, and then oh, well, the other was a tree, but I haven't gotten any of the tree ones yet. So, but these are the days I have. There, kind of sorted. So these were today's. This one, and then this one. So 11, 12, 13. And then these are the other ones that I've built so far. You can kind of see them up here. But let me grab my book. And see what bag we're on for the Alpine Lodge. We were starting bag 4. And here's the Alpine Lodge. Like the main building. We didn't get a ton of the main building done. I'm gonna set my stickers up there so I don't lose them. But we did also, we have another minifigure, which I haven't stuck anywhere yet because I'm not sure. I don't want to have to like move him immediately. But I guess we can stick him right there. And we made a tree. And we have a grandma on her snowmobile with her snowmobile sled. And you can kind of set the tree on there. And this is her little helmet. And the glasses move up. So you can put them like on top of her head. Which I've never seen before, and it's pretty cool. And then we built an outhouse that has its own little toilet paper roll in there, you see. And then we also, as I knock over the tree and the helmet and everything else, we also built an ice skating rink with this little dude, and he's got ice skates and a hockey stick and a hockey puck in there. But yes, let's find bag 4. I believe the next coaster that is redeemed for the Diamond Dots will be a new coaster instead of working on a previous one. And whoever claims that, once it's done and I Mod Podge it, seal it, I will send it to you and it will be yours to keep. So, I think I have 3 Pokemon ones left and some Jack Skellington ones as well. Let's see. Need this piece and this piece. Hi, Skybeast! How are you today? You can't redeem all of them. You only get to redeem one. Just for the one you are, whether you're first or second or third. Because now other people can't redeem them to let me know that they're first or second. Or whatever, or third. Shout out. A nerd joke. Okay. Let me pull up my window with nerd jokes. What's another name for a computer virus? It did. I don't know why it glitched that one time, because when I ended the stream and went like back into my chat to check after I didn't even really mess with any settings. I went into like my channel and chat and typed in like just like I did here, and it worked just fine. So I have no idea why it glitched that day in stream, why like nothing wanted to work. Because even my sounds didn't want to work that day. And it's a terminal illness is another, what is it? Another name for a computer virus is a terminal illness. Yeah, they're horrible, like dad joke typey things. But yeah, that day my sound, nothing wanted to work. And when I ended the stream, I didn't even like check. I didn't mess with any settings or anything. I just went into the chat on my channel and typed, and it worked. So I have no idea what crack Twitch was on that day that it didn't want to let anything work, but I didn't even really have to do anything to fix it. So there's that. Which is good, because I don't know what I would have done. Probably just messed with different settings until something worked. What do we got? Oh, I think I have a night ball. Pokey catch night ball. As long as I spell correctly. How are your Christmas, winter holiday, whatever you celebrate, planning coming, preparation coming along? We are just about done. I bought 2 little things the other day to fill out, top off the kids' stockings. And I'm still waiting for some things to come in the mail, but, the mail is the mail. You can't control that. Because sometimes you order it way ahead of time, and then they delay it, and then the mail delays it, so. But make sure I don't have 2 different kind of black dots in here. Nope. I hesitate to say Christmas because not everybody celebrates Christmas, like in the traditional sense. So I always say like your winter festivities, or I try to anyway. Okay, I'll show you what I've been working on over here in the little corner. I think it's gonna be like maybe a fireplace type thing. I could be wrong though. Who knows? Like, we celebrate Christmas, but we're not religious, so. Oh, I think I was right, because I'm about to put like 6 flames in there. So put those in there, and it's like a fireplace. Woohoo! I caught it, and you caught it, Sky Beast. Good job. Not that there's a, it's pure luck, but I always say good job. If you haven't done your Poke Daily, don't forget to do that. In Discord, there's a group where you can do, you type in Poke.
We have always lurked among you.
Thanks for the lurk, Sky Beast. Anyway, there's a Discord group for the Poke Catch game, and you every day you can go in there, or every 24 hours. You can go in and type in Poke Daily, and you can get things like an average, like pretty much common, is like a little bit of money and some basic Pokeballs, and then a little bit better, you have like Ultra Balls or something like that, and then different levels, a rare or super rare, whatever reward, and you can get like better Pokeballs and things like that. And money every day, you always at least get a little bit of money, and then that helps when you need to buy more Pokeballs. And like it gives you some of the, that's how you get like the cipher balls and stuff that you can't buy. Okay, grab the square. This. These. This and this. There's gotta be another green somewhere. Green, red, green, red, red, green, red. It wanted 4 and 4. Oh, I see. I was supposed to double up that green. So that's how the fireplace is coming along. Build like a fireplace poker type deal. Let's see. 1, 2. So that was just some more on the if I can speak on the chimney. There we go. Oh, I did mess that up. I grabbed 2 different colors of those beads. They're probably near each other, and so I grabbed 2 and then didn't double check. At least I discovered it. Well, it was still relatively easy to fix. So, okay, set this to the side, and there's not much left in there of that, so we're just gonna dump that out. And these are lots of little pieces over and over, so this we're gonna need 3, 3, 3. Welcome in, Crazy. It let you sub. I know you were having trouble with it. My guess is just that Twitch figured it hadn't been the allotted amount of days or whatever. It does what it wants. my mouse. There we go. It was weird. It said that my Prime sub was available the last time you streamed, but then it wouldn't. Listen, I made a command. Twitch being twitchy. Like, it does what it wants, and you can't force it to do anything else. Okay. So, this is the little, like, awning. And it's gonna go right here. At least my guess is it's like a little long. I could be wrong. I have no idea. Yeah, because it didn't show up like in my mini feed here at the bottom where it tells me like things that happen. Let's see. Do I have? Oh, it's a netball or feather ball. Do I have either of those? I have one feather ball. Pokey. Catch. Feather ball. I did my Pokey Daily today and got like a super rare reward. I got like 3 different types of balls and a bunch of money. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 2. Like I said, there's that part. I caught it. I caught it. That right next to it, and then the next one, same. Oh. Okay, fine. I'll put you on first and then I'll fight with you. Oh, now it popped up. So apparently it just needed a moment. Because now it popped up here in the chat and it popped on twice on my mini feed that we subscribed twice. And now the thing in the new subscriber updated. So, yep, it's just in order for it to work. Yeah, like I said, in my mini feed, it popped up twice now, which like doesn't make any sense, but it just does what it wants when it wants. Not there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1 and 1. Okay, so this is a dark and a light with a dark and a light. Well, It does exactly what it wants when it wants, and you can't make it do it any other way. I can't keep this standing up, apparently. We got a little wood pile out here.
This whole game is rigged.
Let me move this guy so you can see it. Little wood pile there. No, don't be coming apart. Lots of little, oh, yep, lots of little pieces left over that time. I'm gonna need to sort my little spare bucket soon. It is about to be overflowing. We've been on for just about an hour. This is bag 5 for this fill. Get my mouse out of the way. Yeah, I'm convinced that Twitch just does whatever it wants when it wants. And you can't make it do it any other way. I did build my 3 advents at the beginning of the stream, and then I went through and organized the 13 days of instructions I had, so that way I grouped them into those things that they will help build the bigger pieces, so that way they're kind of coming along. We are building a minifigure, and we have a kitty cat. She has a briefcase. There's her hair, her body, her head, and her legs. Okay, all her pieces. She does have a double face. I'm gonna keep dropping stuff everywhere. That's the pattern for today. Looks like she's got little freckles. Let's see if we can't get the thing to focus. Not that way, apparently. Sometimes I can get it to focus, as long as I try not to drop it at the same time. Well, I don't want to focus today. Usually put her on the back of the screen here will make it focus, and we have a little kitty cat. We'll set her and the kitty cat off to the side. Need to find a shovel. Not in there. There's an axe in there, but that's not a shovel. Oh, wait, it is an axe. I don't know why I thought it was a shovel. No rolling away little pieces. Okay, so we want the axe out. I'm gonna move my minifigure again. Want our axe outside by the wood pile. That makes sense. I walked 2 miles and 45 minutes from my lunch break. Listen, I went to the grocery store and I walked around and I missed things, so I had to keep going back. Does that count? My new cup. So last Friday when we had our day date, I got a new cup. And then Saturday when we were out, I suggested we get some Starbucks. And when I opened the app, it said I had earned 400 stars. So of course I got another new cup. This one has a little straw cover. And I think they really put fabric inside in between the layers. It looks like velvety fabric. Okay, looks like we're building, I don't know, like a cover for the wood. There we go. Excuse me, Mr. Lego Man. So we built this like little cover for the wood. And then that little like stump, like where he could chop new wood. Yes. Words are hard today. Everything is hard today for some reason. I feel very unorganized today. Okay, now we're building, I don't know, maybe like a drink station? I got my normal like grocery shopping done, and then I'll probably have to go like next Friday for like, you know, produce that would spoil before Christmas that I need for Christmas dinner. In our case, it's Christmas Eve dinner. I almost said New Year's Eve. I'm looking for pieces I already pulled out. So this piece. Ooh, I think it's a coffee thing. It looks like it went. Oh, okay. I see now. So it has it like that, and then we're gonna put it right here on the edge. And then we just need 2 pieces out of here. That's gonna go like this, and like this. Okay. And it looks like cookies. Who doesn't love cookies? So I would say like a drink, dessert, whatever station. Not really dessert because it's just the cookies. But I think it's like a, you know, like your kind of beverage station that you see at hotels. And it just went in right there. Kind of near the door in the fireplace. What do we got here? A Celio. I don't believe I have one of those. Oops. Nope, I don't have one of those. And I know I have a frozen ball. Pokey, catch, frozen. But apparently, not only is talking hard, typing is hard. Okay, now we're building another, oh, like a little check-in station. Ooh, charming jellyfish. Welcome in, Charming. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? Let me get you a shout out. What were you doing today? And how are you? Tell us all about what you were doing, what you were making. I'm doing good. I feel very unorganized today, but that is me. We're working on the Alpine Lodge, our second sticker. Okay, so somebody I saw somewhere else, and I've only done it one other time. They took their sticker and stuck it on like the edge of their little brick separator and used it to help position the sticker. Oh, that's cool. My daughter likes to do those. They always come like out right around. Oh, did I miss redeems? They always come out like right around Christmas. They have like those whole. Oh, I did right before the raid came in. Okay. Let me place this and then I will get them. But yeah, they always come out right near Christmas. She's gotten, I don't think she got last year's or this year's, but 2 years ago and then the year before that. So I guess 2 years ago and 3 years ago, she got both, like the whole set of both of those, and she loved them. I haven't looked at what this year's looks like. Hello, Mbinda. How are you doing? Make sure I got it right. I gave one to Charming and one to Mbinda. Dragon Reach, do you stream as well? I'm trying to make sure everybody gets a shout out. Okay, Crazy. You're welcome. Crazy, do you want just a Lego fan? That's okay. I just try to make sure that I give any other streamers shout outs and stuff like that to help everybody in the community. Crazy, do you want a Pokemon coaster or Jack Skellington? Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack, okay. Let me see which ones I got left of Jack for you. So over here, because everybody's been choosing Pokemon. So a fun little thing, because I have a problem with Diamond Dots, and I found coasters recently, and they've become my new obsession, is I have the redeem for Diamond Dot coasters. So I have Sally, a split Jack and Sally head, or a Jack head. Those are the only 3 I've left of the Jack Skellington ones left. But I work on it for 15 minutes at a time, and the person who redeems the beginning like of a new coaster, I then it's theirs, and when it's finished and I've sealed it, I send it to them in the mail. So it takes like 3 or 4 redeems to like finish one, but it's a nice way to break up and do something different during the stream. Or at least I think so. Ugh, listen, words cannot express how excited I am. Like, I've been trying not to think about it because otherwise I'll be like on pins and needles till it comes out. So I've been trying not to think about it. If I think too much, I'll get frustrated that I have to wait. So yeah, it's I do the big diamond dart things too, where they're like 15 by 18 inches. The whole thing is a bunch of little tiny dots to make up a big picture. But these are like a fun, just a little like quick fun thing to break up the stream some. And it feeds my addiction. Now I won't have 7 million coasters laying around the house. I have an unhealthy obsession. I have an unhealthy obsession for Jack Skellington. I love it. All things Jack Skellington. We were looking at I was just browsing Amazon for like a new tree topper, because the one we've had for a long time. And you know how that goes. No matter how carefully you package away, it gets worn. And we've had it, I don't know, probably for as old as my daughter is, so like 14, almost 15 years. Yep, Christmas Jack. That's all it is. It's Christmas Jack. It's Sandy Claus. But as I was looking, I came across like this whole Jack Skellington tree. So it was a regular Christmas tree, but it had a Jack topper, and it had like Jack Skellington arms that would come out the side, and it was like black and white decorations. And he's like, no, we're not getting a whole new set. The tree is already up. We just need a topper. I would totally leave it up from Halloween all the way through Christmas. Just change some of the ornaments. Yes, I do. I have I have a Jack and a Sally Christmas blow up, and then I have a Jack Halloween blow up. Yeah, we looked at this wreath at the Hallmark store, and if it didn't cost like $150, it would currently be on my door. I love Jack Skellington. Oh, I gotta check the time. Okay. But yeah, I wasn't too sure how keen my viewers would be on watching like a long like diamond dot thing, so this was a fun way to like incorporate another thing I like to do into the stream without it like taking over. So, but yes, I am super excited. I know they're on the Lego ideas, it kept getting resubmitted, and every time it came up, I'd vote for it and be like, tell everybody I know, vote for this set, vote for this set. And actually, the idea to send, yeah, I voted for. I know, I love that Polaroid camera too. Yeah, probably sometime next year. But yeah, I voted for the Polaroid camera several times, and I voted for that set a couple times. There's a Gilmore Girl house that keeps coming up over and over, and I vote for it every time as well because, again, I have an unhealthy obsession with the Gilmore Girls. Listen, I'm that type of person. If I like a show or a movie, I will watch it over and over and over and over and over. So I'm excited for like those things I kept seeing over and over on the ideas, and I would vote for them every time they came up. I love like how other people come up with the concepts. I mean, I love Lego, but I'm not sure I'm I shouldn't say I'm not sure. I know I'm not sure creative enough to come up with like a whole new set. Like that's crazy to me. And I downloaded the through Bricklink that studio where you can mess around and play with stuff. But I'm like, oh my god, I downloaded it, but I've never opened it or tried it out because I'm like, what would I even do in there? You know, like I'm not. I love following the directions, but I'm not. I couldn't do that. Like come up with a whole new thing. I'm also excited for the rose set that's gonna come out in the beginning of the year. Another bouquet. Like I'm excited for another bouquet, and I'm excited that it's roses, but at the same time, I'm like a whole set of roses. I feel like the set is going to be very repetitive because you're just making that one flower over and over, but it looks so beautiful. I can't wait to get it. In my pile on the side of ones I have to do, I have the new. They're not succulents, but like the potted plants, and some of them are like desert plants, and some are other ones. There's like snapdragons and stuff. The new set, it had just come out at the beginning of this month. I have it over there to do. I think it's 9, just like the succulent set was 9. Yeah, the minis. And so I was, yeah, there's the succulent set, and I already have that. But the new ones that came out were like, yeah, like minis or something they were called. Some of them were desert, some of them were other types, but I had pre-ordered that one as soon as I saw it because it was only $50, and I love the flowers. Yeah, not 12 at the same time. That's what I love it, and it looks so beautiful, and I love all the new, any of the new bouquets that they come up with. But I worry about how repetitive those roses are going to be. It's not going to stop me from getting it, but I do worry. Like, I hope each one's kind of built slightly different so that you're not just building the same flower over and over. Yeah, tiny plants. But yeah, they come in those mini plant. Frankly, what got me is the mini plant pots. I was like, it's so adorable. I must have it. So when the big Hogwarts train came out, yeah, and it went out so fast, and that's what I was worried about. That stuff like that goes out so fast. So I bought it. I pre-ordered it, even though I might not build it right away, especially because I had bought December sets, like winter build things. So I knew I wasn't going to build it right away, but I feared it going out of stock and taking forever to come back into stock. So I pre-ordered it. Um, so the big Hogwarts Express that came out, I guess, just shy of a year ago now. I was skeptical about it when it first came out because I was like, it doesn't look like you can make it motorized or anything, and it's just basically another big train. So I held on. I didn't really get it. It wasn't on my, like, it was on my list, but something I wasn't like dying to get. And then for like the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, it's been on sale for 150, I guess, then since Black Friday on Amazon. It has been on sale for $150 off, so only $350 instead of the $500. And I was like, oh, I don't know, when's it ever going to be that much off again? So uh, we had been waiting for my husband's last paycheck from the military to come in, and it finally came in about a week and a half ago, and so I caved and I bought it. So that's January right there. But it's like 5,100 pieces, and I'm excited to build it. I liked it the whole time, but I was like, is it really any that different? But I caved because I must have all of the Harry Potter sets. The only sets that I have not like wanted to get are the books that they have. I bought 2 of the original 4 they released and I built them, and I wasn't that crazy about them, so I didn't get the other 2, and then I didn't get any of the kind the second series of it they released. And I know there's more coming out soon. I got 2 of the banners and 2 of the original 4 that they released. Right. So I bought 2 of the banners, and I don't know if I bought them because they were on sale at Target. Um, so I wouldn't pay full price for them, and I think I didn't buy the books till they were on sale either. But because you build them, but then you close them up, and so they just sit there like closed up because it's there's so many other sets that it's hard to you know have them open and constitute taking up that much space when they can close up. So congrats Crazy for catching it. So I keep them closed up, so I bought these little 3M angled hook things, and so the 2 banners that I have hang on the side of my bookcase so they don't take up room, but the books just kind of sit there, so I didn't want to have 8 books just hanging about closed up like that. So I only bought those 2 of the original set, and I didn't get any of the others. We have about 4 or 5 minutes left on the diamond dot. Honestly, half the time I'm never quite sure what to do. So I have two headbands, and then like I don't know, it's like a big blanket you wear. I have that for a redeem, like, because I'm just never sure what to put as a redeem. And I will admit to seeing what other people do and then just adding it because I'm like, hey, that's a cool idea. Which I don't know if people then find that like, why did you copy me? Thanks for the follow, Dragon Reach. But yes, I don't know if some people don't, if I shouldn't say, I don't know, add a word today. I don't know if some people would find that like copying, like, why can't you come up with things on your own? But I mean, honestly, there's so many things, and if somebody likes something I do and they want to make it a redeem on theirs, go ahead and do it. What I'm doing is not special in the least, like to the point where like I completely came up on it on my own, Like, it's not anything like super special. So if you like it, please go ahead, take it, use it. Because I think it's so hard to come up with things to do as the redeems. Right, like you're copying the idea, but then like it's still different because it's something you then did. So yeah, it may be headbands on mine, but you may realize you have a ton of hats in your closet, and you're like, man, I'll do that. Like, I'll change my hat over and over. Like, it's not really copying. Plus, it's not like something that other people couldn't totally think of on their own. Like, I just try to kind of incorporate things from my everyday life into it. So, I have the Alpine Lodge is what I'm currently working on, but I also have Winter Main Street or whatever it is to work on as well this month, and I have the polar bears and the Santa with the 4 reindeer. I had thought about buying 2, but then I was like, I have 2 sleighs and I don't want 2 sleighs. And I looked up on like Pick a Brick, and it's like $7 for just shy of $7 for each reindeer on like the Pick a Brick to buy just 4 reindeer. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that either. So my set may just stay with 4 reindeer. I saw somebody, it was in like a Lego group, where somebody took it and instead of being, oh, we're in ads. Okay. I'll wait till ads are over to say what I was going to say. Put this away so I don't confuse the 2 packs of colors. But that's what I got done this time. Not a whole lot, but I ordered it like at the end. I think I ordered it their Black Friday thing, so I got double points on mine too. And then I got the free winter market thing and the wizard when I ordered mine as the 2 gifts with purchase. So you probably got the carriage thing and the ornaments, right? Unless they ran out. But what I'm saying, I saw somebody who instead of having the sleigh and 8 reindeer pulling it, they had 2 reindeer in the sleigh and 8 Santas pulling it, which I thought was a cool way to modify it since it doesn't really have, it only has 4 reindeer. I thought that was a cool way to modify it. They just found, 7 more Santas and then took away 2 of the reindeer. It definitely would get noticed on your shelf or wherever you chose to put it if you did it that way. Okay, let's see. Right, from advent calendars and other sets, yeah. So I was like, oh man, that's a cool way to like make up the fact that there's only 4 reindeer with that set. Yeah, this year I didn't do a Lego advent calendar. I went on Amazon and found, I don't want to say generic, but off brand, whatever, brick building set. And I liked it. I hate saying better, but reindeer pen. Yeah, like only the strongest will survive. But I don't want to say better. No, book talk. Okay, let me finish what I was talking about with the advent calendar, and then I will go into to book talk. But I hate to say better because that makes it sound like I don't like the Lego ones, and that's not the case. But I am enjoying this off-brand, for lack of a better way to call it, uh, advent calendar I got because one of the things I dislike about the the advent calendars is then you're left at the end with 24 tiny builds, and what do you do with them? You know, then I put them in a some kind of Tupperware container, and that's it. But this one, you take um 6 days and you unbrick them, and then you re-brick them as 4 slightly larger builds, and they come with all the instructions for every day. And then when you flip them over to the back of those instructions, they have apparently I missed a step somewhere. I did. Pay attention. Um on the back side of the instructions, they have like what steps that day will be in one of those 4 bigger builds. So in the end, I'll have take the 24 little builds, sort them, and then they unbrick them and build them into 4 bigger builds. I mean, they're still not going to be gigantic builds, but they will be slightly bigger builds than what you're left with on a normal advent calendar. So I'm excited to like see what that like how big those other builds turn out, because everyday builds are about this big. But then you take 6 of these and you make, I don't know, maybe something this big. So we'll see like what size those turns out to be. Okay. Another of my passions is reading. I had set a goal for 250 books for myself for this year, and I have passed it. I think I'm on book 253 or something. So it's not like I'm like way super past it, but I knew we would be moving this past summer, and so I knew that would affect how many books I would get to read in the year. So I lowered it um, to as not disappoint myself. So the current book I'm reading is called Intention, and it's book like 12 in a series. I know, which is crazy, but it's called Harper Security Ops, and was better than what Lego did last year in the Marvel Advent Calendar, where you had to combine different days, but they didn't. Yeah, then there was no guidance. That's one of my big beefs with the Lego Advent Calendar. It's just this tiny picture on the flap, and you have to figure out how to build it. And some days it's super easy, and other days you're looking at it and you're like, I've got no clue where this piece goes, and I have no guidance to help me either. And so that's I guess one of my big beefs with the Lego Advent Calendar. There's just no guidance for building. That just that tiny picture, and sometimes that's just not enough. Okay, so it's called Harper Security Ops, and um, it's not your typical security firm. Like they do. Sorry, making sure I'm doing this right. Yes, I did. I did do it right. They do your typical stuff like, you know, install security cameras at your house if that's what you need. Teach self defense, but they have also like a hostage rescue team, private investigative team. They have lots of different sectors within the company. And of course, all these guys are previous military in some way, because what good's a projector book without a guy who was an ex-Navy SEAL or Marine or whatever? That's where the real fun is. So he this guy's deal is he kind of deals with a lot of guilt. His little brother was killed when he was younger. Like it was a freak accident, but he feels like it's his fault that his brother died because they lived on a farm growing up, and every year their dad would cut down some trees, split the wood, and stack it so it'd be ready for the next year to use in their wood burning stove, right? Well, the boys are older now, so they help. He splits the wood and stuff, and they take the pile from last year down to the house. Well, his younger brother, I mean, they weren't dramatically different in age, but his brother, his dad left him in charge, and his younger brother, of course, wants to do anything but what they're currently doing. So he's complaining, and he's like, fine, you can be in charge today within reason. Like, I'm not going to do something that is dangerous, but you can be in charge within reason. And he's like so excited. And so they're trucking along, and it's like their third or fourth, trailer full of this wood. And he points out to his little brother that like loves video games, hey, that the way we've kind of pulled the wood from the stack makes it kind of look like a Mario level. And his brother's like, oh my god, it does. And he's like, I'm gonna jump on it and beat the level, like, jump up the stacks of wood. And so he's watching him do it like 3 or 4 times, and he's like, okay, you proved to me you're cool, you can do it, get down now so we can work. And he's like, no, just one more level. And of course, as soon as he starts to jump, a piece of wood from the one higher up falls, hits his stack, which then knocks like everything over, and he gets hit in the head with a piece of wood, and he like dies instantly. So he carries all this guilt that if he had not mentioned it to his brother wouldn't have tried to play the video game essentially, and he would still be alive. And so he thought, even if his parents said they didn't blame him, that they probably do, like that's how he feels. And so it's been years, because it happened when he was like 15, and he's like 32 now. He spent several years in the Marines. He did like a tour, and then got out and started to work at this Harper Security. So the front desk girl, like a lot of the guys have paired up now. And so the girl who works the front desk, she's all about helping the rest of the single guys find their one, And so when this girl comes in, and 2 books ago, her friend was in a situation, and Harper Security helped her friend. So she goes to them for self-defense lessons, because this girl is she's a fitness person. She used to teach at a gym, be like a personal trainer, but with COVID and all that, she had to adapt and grow. So now she does personal training online, and she can help way more people that way. And recently, she has been being noticed more in public, like people know who she is. And the first time it happened, it wasn't like she didn't feel threatened or anything. There's a woman who came up and was like, oh my god, you changed my life, this is what I used to look like, this is now what I look like, I'm so much more healthy, da 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 da. And she was just really excited that she could help that girl, in that kind of a way, and that what she was doing was helping people. The second time, it was a group of 3 guys in a parking lot, and she realized that this could totally take a turn. Like, if they wanted to be malicious, it doesn't matter how fit I am, they could have totally overpowered me. So she goes, because they helped her friend, she knows they'll help her. So when she gets there and she says she needs self-defense lessons, the front desk girl, Avalon, is like, "Oh, this way. I know exactly who can help you." And he knows as soon as Avalon sticks her head in there that she's up to something. And he's like, "She's going to be so disappointed because I'm not getting involved with this girl. She looks like she's barely legal." What was the second movie? Oh, right there. So he thinks the girl's attractive, don't get me wrong, but he's like, "I am way too old. She is barely legal. I can't be getting caught up in that." And so Avalon's like, because the other guy that was with him in the room, his name is Kane, but he's already has a girlfriend. And so Avalon tries sticking the girl with with him, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing this. I will help her in a professional manner, but that's all that's going to happen." Turns out she's 29, so she's only a few years younger than him. And that then makes it a little harder for him to fight how he feels for her. You know, like hold back. And so we have a skier, a ski minifigure. Here's his little skis, his legs, his body, his backpack, his head. Now I just gotta find his. Oh, there's his hair. So he helps her, and then he has like a session with her. "Hi, Kevin. How you doing?" This minifigure also has two faces. Sometimes they don't. That's why I like to point it out when they do. So he runs into her. They're both at the hardware store. She's getting stuff to paint her walls in her basement, and he needed light bulbs. And so then she tells him that she likes to like kind of always be busy. So she notices that he kind of looks, I don't know, like he's going through something. So she invites him to go on this hike with her. This minifigure is proving to be a pain. Or I guess more just his ski poles being a pain. So they go on the hike and they have a good time, and we're good. We are moving and grooving as much as I do any day or week. This is our little ski man. Now I want the slope set too. Nope, that's not the right piece. What was I saying? I hope I did have it right. Yep, trying to make it. So then she invites him to help paint her basement, and since there's two of them, it goes much faster than she anticipated. And she invites him to stay for dinner because he helped paint, and of course they start kissing. But then he like backs off when she's willing to take it further. So she's like, okay, maybe he's not as into me as I thought. So she just rolls with it. And so I guess that's it for the bottom first level. And so when she shows up for her session, her next self-defense class the next week, he's like very all business, like nothing about them kissing or anything. So she's like, okay, never mind. He realized he made a mistake. He's not interested anymore. And when they're done with their session, he's like, "Let me walk you out to your car." And she's like, "This is it. This is where he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with you like that." And so she's totally like taken by surprise when he kisses her, but she's not gonna object. And she's like, "What happened? I thought you weren't interested because you acted like that." And he's like, "You kidding? I've been dying to do that the whole time." So of course, now they're dating. I hate how dark this color. is on the hook. Can't see. Um. Oh, I should download the app again. So they, she has her classes with him during the week, and they text, and then he comes over the next week, and like they spend the day together, night together, whatever, sexy time. And he notices a note on her fridge, and he's like, "What is this?" And she's like, looks at it, and she's like, "Don't be coy." And he's like, "I'm not. What is this?" And she's like, "That's not from you," because the previous weekend on Sunday when she went out to her car, she found this little note that said, "I had a great time," or something like that. "Can't wait to spend more time with you," is what it said. That's right. It just said, "Can't wait to spend more time with you." And she figured it was him, like that he put a little cute note on her door, on her car windshield when he was leaving. And he's like, "I didn't leave that for you." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "I mean, I didn't put that on your car." And she's like, "Well, if you didn't put it on my car, who put that note on my car?" And he's like, "I don't know, but we're going to find out." So, um, he's like, he calls and like informs them that something's going on. He doesn't know what. But of course, they really can't do anything at that point. He just tells her, we're gonna make sure that you can protect yourself as best as possible when I'm not with you, and all this kind of stuff. So they spend then all Sunday together, and it's Monday morning, and she has her class with him, and then leaves. And then, the next day's fine, or the rest of that day's fine, and the next day she has an idea. I guess it is that day. Yeah, okay, never mind. It is still that same day. She go, she's working because she doesn't answer like her social media type stuff on the weekend. That's like her relaxed time, her time. So she's, going through answering all those things, and like updating stuff, and the doorbell rings while she's in the middle of like typing out some ideas. And so it takes her a minute to get to the door. And when she gets there, there's nobody there. There's like a blue car like leaving her driveway. She can just barely catch the back end of the car, like to see it. And she's like, a flower delivery van could not have gotten turned around that fast. Maybe that blue car is who delivered it. And so she picks up the flowers and she takes them inside, and it's a note from somebody, and she knows right away that they're not from him. Um, and so she's like freaking out. She's like, "Nope, I'm not gonna wait around for something to happen." She takes them, she gets in her car, and she goes straight to Harbor Security. And she gets there, and Kane is in the parking lot, and he sees her, and he knows immediately something's off. So he gets her inside the building, and he's like, "What do you need?" And she can't even like really talk, so she just says that she needs Jake. And so he runs and gets him. He's like, and when they go up there, he's like in the middle of a class, because they offer, public classes, or you can hire to have a private instruction in person in self-defense. So he's like, "I'm in the middle of the class." What? He's like, "No, go out. Your girl needs you." And so he goes out, and he immediately knows something's wrong. And he's like, "What happened?" And so she shows him the flowers and the note, and he's like, "Nope, that's it." And so they get security cameras, they're going to do the whole 9 yards. And he goes into the one guy's office who does investigation, and tells him what's going on. And he says they're going to look at because when she was driving there, a blue car that looked just like the one that had dropped the flowers off, from what she could tell, looked like it was following her. So they're like, "Okay, we'll get our cameras. I get the camera feed from our cameras here, and see if we can get a license plate as it was driving by. But as far as her house, you're going to have to put cameras and stuff up. So they go and they put cameras up at her house. Another guy helps him. His girlfriend was just recently in some stuff too, like somebody was trying to get her. So they get all kinds of stuff set up. He spends the night. You know, he's got to go to work the next day. And he's like kind of freaked out because this plays into like some of the guilt he still carries about his brother. You know, he couldn't protect his brother right there. He can't lose her either. Like, it'll be worse than losing his brother. And he used to spar with Kane like all the time. And to like kind of get through that emotional stuff. And now he's back to sparring a lot because of her being in danger. And Kane is like, dude, you gotta think about it that she's alright right now. That's what you need to focus on. Sure, somebody is after her and that's horrible and you can't know when they're gonna do what, but you gotta focus on the fact that she's okay right now. You know where she is, you know she's safe, you've done all you can to protect her at this moment. Shy of being literally glued to her side, there isn't anything else you can do. But wait. And he's like, I know. It's just frustrating and I won't survive losing her. And he's like, I totally get it, but this is all we can do right now. So that helps a little. And so he hasn't really been back to see his parents. He's seen them like twice since the accident with his brother. Like yes, he had to live there till he was 18 and could join, but then they came to see him at graduation from BMT, and then once when he got to Steel Ridge, which is the town the book takes place in, when he started working for Harbor Security. But he hasn't really like spent a lot of time with them. And so she's helping him work through like that guilt, because he is beginning to realize that how he was living wasn't healthy, and it really isn't his fault. He can't do anything about it then, and he can't change it now. And that him staying away from his parents is hurting them too, because now they've lost both their sons. So she's helping him work through his guilt and whatnot. And so he asks her if she will go with him to see his parents on Christmas. And of course she's all in. She's like, yes, this is fantastic. So that's kind of where I stopped reading. There was only a little bit more. Like her friend came over, because she has a best friend who she of course is still willing to train in person, unlike, you know, everybody else who she only does through her stuff on social media and whatnot. And so her friend comes over and they decide it's best not to go to a gym like they normally do, to just go to the gym in her basement because of the person who was stalking her. And so then she learns her friend is engaged and they just kind of catch up. But that's about it. That's where I am. So the big crazy act that this stalker person is gonna do hasn't happened yet. I'm about 2/3 of the way done with the book though, so it's bound to happen soon. Okay, let's see. What's not connected right? Oh, probably that. This is cool. Very much looks like a log cabin. And I will show it to you as soon as I get this segment done. Stop being difficult. Okay, fine. Fall off. Why are you not sitting right? Okay, now I lost half my building. Something's not sitting right. Okay, that is not. Oh, that's fine. Helps if I follow the instructions correctly. Okay. There's that, but the side is finished. I like how that looks. Where it looks, like... Okay, my echo in the kitchen is like going crazy. It's decided to just play music. So let me see if I can get it to turn off from in here. Apparently it can hear me like in here and it doesn't like what I'm doing. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, let's see. Oh, who else hates Elf on a Shelf? I never started that crap in our house and I'm glad I didn't. I always told the kids we don't allow the Fae in our house. Sorry, I'm trying to get... Nope, not that. Without yelling through the house. And since I got a new phone, it's not automatically signed in. I have to play the guessing game. Ziggy, turn off echo in the kitchen. Okay, I will be right back. Sorry about that. It decided to like start blaring nothing more through the kitchen. And my mother-in-law is trying to sleep and recover from surgery, and that's not conducive. Okay, let's see if I can see how it wants it to do this. times like this, it would be good to have the Lego app on my phone and look at it that way. So on my old phone, I couldn't, the 3D aspect didn't work. So I'm wondering if it will work on my new phone. It looks okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I guess that's right. Woohoo! Woohoo for new computers! My computer isn't that old, but basically had to be rebuilt over the weekend. So Crazy had recycled, reused, whatever you want to call it, a motherboard he already had, and it was working great. Like I wasn't having, you know, any real issues. And then I guess an update happened, and then the graphics card would no longer talk to my motherboard, and it said I needed to restart it because it had an update. So I restarted it. Like it had already done the update, it just needed the restart. And then my monitor wouldn't turn, like it said I wasn't getting any signal anymore to my monitor. So he did all kinds of things to try to fix it, all the Googling. And basically that's what they came up with is so we needed a new motherboard, a new processor, a new heat sink, and then it turned out that they changed the pin set, so I needed new RAM too. So I got lots of new pieces in my computer now. And it wasn't even really that old. It didn't update, man. So that's what we spent like most of the weekend, like in between doing other stuff, was trying to get. And it seemed like every time we solved one problem, like you'd realize you needed something else too. Yeah. Well, the he didn't want to take off the old the processor off the older motherboard because he's just gonna reuse it in the server because he won't really need a monitor. But I don't listen. I don't understand half the stuff that goes into a computer. It just wound up needing like everything new. So like it needed the new heat sink and stuff because he didn't want to like take off the old because he's gonna reuse that in a server. So I was like, I don't know. Crazy did computers for the longest time. He's built like every computer in our house, so he knows what he's doing. It was just one of those things like a cascade, like one thing then another then another. Like he didn't realize that um that motherboard had changed the pin set for the RAM. So when we went and got RAM, or when we went and got it and then got home and went to put it in, he didn't realize, you know. But it's kind of like funny how those things happen. Like one thing and then boop 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 boop. Okay, I'll show you the front of the lodge in just a second. So I think these are the end. Oh, we're gonna build a birdhouse. So I will show you after I put the birdhouse on. There's not much of those pieces, so we'll just do that. Because a bunch of them are gonna get used in this step anyway. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a Windows update or maybe it just finally, I don't know. I can attempt to understand it, but actually understanding it may be out of my reach. Um cuz I am great with a phone. If you need something fixed on your phone or tablet, I can probably figure it out. But the computer with all its little finer inner things, completely lost on me. But it was weird because yeah, it could be yeah, like a driver update or something. Some kind of update happened and it said I needed to restart because of the update. And so when I restarted it, it went yeah, I don't know. It had an idea, none of it was good, but now it works, so I'm not going to complain. I was going off on that. Yeah. Like the reboot definitely like sparked the cascade of effects. Ooh, we made a bed. Little bed. It'll fit right in the corner or right in that little alcove. Oop, another sticker. We're gonna try this. This has been working, so we're gonna stick with it. So I saw this somewhere, I forget where. They used their little brick separator to help place their stickers. They put just the corner of the sticker on the brick separator, and then they used it to help line up. Yeah, like a bunch of like cascading issues. I don't understand it completely. I just know it was then saying like it wouldn't talk to each other anymore. Oop, there's a person at my front door. Is there really a person, or is that weird dog from next door not minding his business again? Oh, nope, there is a person delivering a package. Multiple packages. That's alright. Packages at the front door. I will get them in a little bit. Bag 7. I will figure out what I'm doing yet. This is it so far. You can kind of see our little beverage station, our check-in desk. We got little couch comfy area you can sit and drink, and then there's the bed over there. We have the little wood pile outside. I do have what will probably be like most of January's bill because it was $150 off of $500. Chances of it ever being on sale like that again are slim to none. So I caved and I bought the big Hogwarts train. It's 5,100 pieces and comes with 20 minifigures. This is going to take us most of January. I have not really watched anybody build or work on the train, so I try not to watch people if they're building the same thing I am. Like if they're at a a further along part in the build than I am, like on big build, because I don't want to see any like little, like hidden stuff that makes a set cool before I get to it in my build. That's not to say I don't watch people build the same thing I do. It's just not if they're further along than me. And if I am watching somebody and they're building the same thing I am, I don't try to like spoil any of those things. Because I like, sometimes when they have cute little, like, different things in the set. Oh, almost like Easter eggs. I try not to. I want to be surprised. Phew. Jump on the Hogwarts Express bandwagon. It's on sale right now. Beauty and the Geek said, between me and Carrot, she's like, I'm gonna get it now. But I think she wants to get it for, like, PlayStation 5 or something. You can join the bandwagon, though, and play Hogwarts Express. It's a fun game if you like puzzles. I looked at Stray, that cat game, because it was on sale, part of Steam sale, but I don't know. Um, Crazy said he heard it was like a really short game. But I'm not very good at games, so I could probably drag that out. If the music is too loud, let me know and I will turn it down. I'm gonna try to apparently throw everything. Oop. I'm gonna have to look for stuff later. You like it? I had looked at it and thought it was kind of interesting. I like cats. Yeah, I like the puzzle game. I'm not so much into the fighting. Like, as you can see me just jab the buttons repeatedly when I play Hogwarts and something happens. But I like the puzzle aspect, and like in Hogwarts, one of the big things I like is that you go around and you can find all those chests, and I like the side questy things in games. I am probably the worst person to play WoW with, if I'll even play with people. I usually just play by myself. And I only find somebody when I need help with a quest. Because I like all the side questy things. Like, I want to find every cooking recipe, and I want to get my bandage making up, and I want to find everything to do with whatever profession I choose and whichever secondary. Way more than I want to focus on the quest line. max out my whatever herbalism or whatever is in the area or things like that. So I like the sidey quest. Yeah, I mean, I like all that kind of like side quest stuff. Like somebody needs to make a video game and it's just side quests. Does anybody know about a game like that? Like it should just be called side quests. Because that's all I would do, like a bunch of side quests. Now, this. This. I did that wrong. Okay. That. Now I have to look how much Stray is on sale for. To see if it would be worth it. But I thought about that because I figure I can only play Hogwarts for so long before people are like, okay, could you please play something else? My original plan was to play each house because there are certain quests you can only do if you're that specific house, and at least be Gryffindor and Hufflepuff because there's a whole section you can only see if you're a Hufflepuff. So I definitely plan to at least play the game twice. But I don't know if people want to watch me do the same thing 4 times. But then again, there'd be maybe new people that hadn't watched before chime in and things like that. And I'm kind of curious to see what the non-story mode play is like. Oh, I think these are curtains. They are! Look at the little curtains! That's adorable. So this, these two, one of this, and 2 of these. And that's like the curtain rod. Right. Like people don't always watch per se, like they're not watching me play Hogwarts. They're listening to me mumble and yell and rant sometimes. And I'm not always like strict to what I'm doing. If somebody's like, "Hey, can we talk about this?" I will gladly be easily distracted by whatever the person suggests. So, it's like a rug, something maybe.
This whole game is rigged.
That scared the crap out of me. I don't know why. I was so tuned out from it. Usually they don't bother me or make me jump because I'm paying attention, but I guess I got zoned into the music and the build and completely forgot about the sound effects. Okay. I think they want that flower. Where are you going? Okay. Just pour those in there because this and this and upside down this and this. By the door. I need build like a little dresser. With like a little gift on top. Then another, I guess this one's like a nightstand, even though it looks exactly the same. At least the dresser part. And then put a little candle on it. And you go over there. So you see those sweet little dresser stand things. Okay. We'll just do stay. Okay. This. I think we're doing another bed. Yep. Okay, this bed is gonna go over here. Oh, so that's like a mini nightstand. Only 4 little extra pieces. There's where that other bed went. Oh, second to last bag. So we may or may not get this done today. I think we will because we have like a half an hour left. If we get this done this time, then next time we can work on Main Street. that'll probably take 2 streams as well. So start it this week, finish it next week. The Sunday is, of course, Hogwarts. But Friday, the kids don't have school, so I don't have to worry about, like, so strictly time. Like, if I'm in the middle of a bag, I won't have to, you know, just stop anyway. And I was looking for places for my daughter to be able to practice archery, you know, during the break. And I found a place not far from us. I missed a whole step. Go me. Oh, ads and 30 ads are running. But I found a place not far from us that, if I read the website correctly, you know, because sometimes there's a little interpreting going on there. It's $5 and they can shoot at 20 3D targets. And she doesn't really like just shooting at a regular target, you know, with the bullseye. So that is like right up her alley. So we're gonna check them out next week while she's off. And we plan to take her this weekend back out to the archery store to look for finger guards. Because that's what I forgot she needed between last competition and this one this past weekend, was that I wanted to get her some finger guards. Because she was saying by the time she was done last time, her fingers were really hurting because she shot bullseye and 3D, and they shoot 5 arrows. Is it 6 or 8 times? Something like that. It's a lot. Because they shoot at like 10 and 15 feet. Like 5 or 6 times each, and 5 arrows each time. And so she said by the time she was done, her hands were really hurting last time. And this time she only shot bullseye, so it wasn't as bad, but still. When we got there, I was like, crap, that's what I wanted to get. And I don't want to just order them off the internet because, you know, I want to make sure they're the right size, and I don't want to have to, like, send them back over and over, so. And we like the people out there at, I think it's Max or Mix Prairie Wings, but we like them. So I will gladly support local. Ooh, there's a light up brick in here. Excited to see where we use it. Didn't have to wait long. Here it is. Find all the pieces for this step. Let's take out our little tab so our brick will work this way. this. Come on, come out of the bin. And this. So, this, this, on this, and then this. And then, that's cool. You ready? The little fireplace here and the big fireplace down below. Woohoo! I am easily amused. And that's why I don't watch people building the same thing as me. Like, I want to be excited by that. I don't want to know it's coming. So I won't watch somebody who's building the same thing as me if they're like too much further along. Because I want to be surprised. Something's not right. Because we're not. There we go. Something was just a smidgen off. Okay. Y'all will stay together. Don't be coming apart. So we're hiding the little ball that lights everything up. Each.
You know poop is coming, but you know you have nothing to fear.
Apparently.
New Pamper Swaddlers with blowout barrier helps prevent up to 100% of leaks.
They've decided I need an ad.
Fear no leaks with Pamper Swaddlers.
And I
Click or
can't
tap the
skip
link
it.
now to learn more.
Poop happens! Okay. Okay. 2 of these. 1 of these. And these. Okay, a wreath there above the mantle. To you. Nope. I guessed wrong. And I don't know why I guessed at all. I have directions in front of me. This. This here. here. And this. And this. That's interesting. Okay, that covered all of that. Yep, just missed it. There'll be another one in 12 and a half minutes, though. So unless you really wanted that one, you'll be fine. That specific one. Spin this around. Like that. One, two, three, and one. Nope. This. Kind of gave the whole building a little lip. Okay, I'm just gonna dump out what's left because it's not much. We need 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, and 2. So, I need we've made like a, I don't know, so we can attach something to the front side, like going up. One, two, one. Okay. This here. Okay, so inside, outside, and this side. And this side has the little thing light up all the fireplaces. And now we're, oh, what's it? There's a bag 10 hiding in there. Dang it. I was so sure. Well, let's not open this bag then. We'll just have 2 bags to do on Friday. I don't want to open it and be in the middle of a bag and have to go. So, we will move our little page tabby, and we'll have 2 bags to do on Thursday of this. And oh, there's the Christmas tree I sent flying. So we have this building and our little, I can't tell you how excited I am about the light up bricks, and I don't know why. We have our tree, our granny on her snowmobile. Oh, let's put this lady inside. We'll put her little suitcase and the kitty inside, since she brought her kitty on vacation with her. We'll put her there. There's a ski slope, and now because of this little man, I want it. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. Neither is that. Here we go. I'll show you guys the ski thing. Look at that. I was iffy before, but now I want it. It would go perfect with my ski lodge. Don't you think? Now I want it. I needed to go with my ski lodge. What's a ski lodge without a ski slope? I mean, really. So, we have our granny on our thing. We have her helmet. We have our outhouse with its own toilet paper roll. And then we have the pond with the little boy who's trying to ice skate. He's got his play hockey. He has a little puck there and everything. So this is this set so far. We have 2 bags left. I don't want to start it and then like be in the middle of the bag and have to stop, because I have to pick up the minions. I have to get in the school pickup line. So I don't want to be like in the middle of it and have to stop. I hate doing that to you guys, being in the middle of the bag and just being like, nope, sorry, I'm done. But Friday, I won't be in such a time crunch. But Friday, we can do, right, an avalanche slope. I need it. I need it. But this really gets stuck on there, though. Somebody's yelling at me. Okay, so let's see who else is on. I always look at Twitch because the raid now thing only gives me like a little hint of who's on. It doesn't really like truly tell me who's on. Okay, I just got a little message on Twitch. It says, bonus round unlocked. Until January 2nd, viewers on your channel can enjoy bonus discounts for subs and new limited designs for hype train emotes and pin cheers. That's pretty cool. They just sent it like an hour ago. That's pretty cool. Anyway, who's on? Southern Uncomfort, they're playing World of Warcraft. Lizzie Pop is playing Overwatch 2. Reeve the Barber is doing Grand Theft Auto. Then RC Spaceport is finishing up the USC Luke Skywalker. Set to Build is finishing Doom logo. Then the castle. The Yellow Witch is on, doing some kind of Lego. Does anybody have any preferences? Did any of those people sound like woohoo? I want to raid into somebody who's doing Lego, so probably not Southern Uncomfort or Lizzie Pop or Grieve the Barber. Let me see how long the other people have been on. That helps too, because if they've been on a long time, they may be getting ready to get off. So almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. Oh, and it looks like RC Spaceport just got off. See, that's what I was talking about. The Yellow Witch. Oh, hello, Aloha Pra. Welcome in. I was just getting ready to raid out, actually. I'm sorry. Let me give you a shout out. I know, I normally am on till 3, but I've been having to pick up my tiny minions from school, so I gotta be you're either in the line half an hour early or you're staying like what feels like 45 minutes after to get through the line, so I always go early. But thank you for popping in anyway. I can show you what we worked on. We're working on the Alpine Lodge, so we have Granny and her snowmobile and her sled with her tree, and then we have an outhouse with these new leaves they're doing on the trees. And my outhouse has its own roll of toilet paper. That is not actually possible at the way our school is. So I live like literally we can see the football field from our house. We're like literally the end of our street, there's a little strip of forest, and then it's the football field, and it's not even really a strip of forest, it's like 3 trees. And the bus depot is like 1 street back from us and at the corner, you know. And then you drive past the football field, and there's the junior high, the high school, and the freshman thing. They're all connected, and it's just a madhouse of cars. I would not trust my kids to walk and not get hit by somebody not paying attention. It's really not trusting my kids. It's a madhouse of cars. If we lived differently, like if the schools were placed differently, I would totally like park down the block and be like, hoof it to my car. But we don't. And my daughter has after school stuff, so I actually have to deliver her weapon to her. She has archery practice after school. But this is my little skier guy. Yeah, my kids are in 7th and 9th. So, but the cars there, like, there's teenagers driving and they have no concept. Like, as soon as a break happens, they, like, gun it. And I was like, I don't trust that they won't see, not, you know what I mean, that they'll look and not hit somebody. Every day I'm like, oh my God, they're just gonna plow into somebody. And the parents aren't much better sometimes. So the way they're connected, it's like hard to do that. They used to take the bus home, but then they would have to be on the bus for an hour, even though we live 5 minutes from the school. They are the last picked up and the last dropped off, and they would have to spend an hour on the bus at the end of the day, which was crazy. Then here's the building, the inside, and watch this. Whoop. And then we have a little pond as well, with a little Lego boy who's trying to play ice hockey. Yeah, like it's horrible. I'm always afraid somebody's gonna get hit, because like people are like, oh, there's a break, let me go, but you have to look around before you make a break for it. Okay, let's see. I think we'll raid into the Yellow Witch. She has looks like she's still working. So we will, if I can do this right, raid Yellow Witch. She's in Denmark, not far from the Lego, like, whoa, Lego place in there. I am so jealous. But I will be back Friday at noon, and we will finish the last 2 bags of this, and then I don't know. We can either start right in on Holiday Main Street, or we can make Santa and his reindeer, and I also have some polar bears. But I will be back Friday, and thank you for everyone who jumped in. And I never know what to say at the end of my stream. So this is what Carrot does. He goes to stream ending, and then he does this whole little spiel. So thank you for everybody who popped in, even if it was for 5 seconds. Thank you to Jellyfish for raiding in earlier. And thank you for anybody who stayed, even if it was only for 5 minutes. The charming Jellyfish raided in, and thank you for any likes and follows and lurks and whatever else is. Hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. Have a great day, and we'll raid into the Yellow Witch and check her out.